Next up in our preseason previews, we have the Atlantic Division. Let's start with the big fish, the Philadelphia 76ers. We know they have probably the most news and drama surrounding them out of any team in this division. Now, I made a video about it about a month ago talking about James Harden will be a Clipper because the Clippers are one of his destinations that he wants to go to. The Clippers and the Knicks. Now, there's absolutely no conversation with the James Harden news. Damian Lillard is barely getting any news. So when you think James Harden's going to get any news, he probably won't be moved until the start of the season after a couple weeks because he's going to come in, show up out of shape. Because when James Harden doesn't want to be somewhere, he's going to make it known he doesn't want to be there. Now, with Philadelphia moving off of James Harden, if they don't get the requisite pieces and comparable pieces to James Harden or complementary pieces that can surround Joel Embiid is going to be out of there within the next year or so. So the Philadelphia 76ers, they need to think quick, think fast, and see what they can get for James Harden and see if they can build a championship roster around Joel Embiid through the trade of James Harden. Let's go with the Boston Celtics next. The Celtics, I made a video about Jaylen Brown recently saying that the Celtics, they made a mistake. They made a mistake trading Marcus Smart. Let me not say they made a mistake trading Marcus Smart. They made a mistake trading Marcus Smart for KP. Kristaps Porzingis is not what people think. Yeah, he can protect the rim. He can't really defend in space. Yeah, he can stretch the floor. Yeah, he can put the ball on the floor, but it's like he don't fit. You got Tatum, score, two-way player. You got Brown, score, somewhat of a two-way player. Not a very good playmaker, but, respectable. And then you have KCP. I keep saying KCP. You have Kristaps Porzingis. It's just that big three just doesn't bode well for me. And then you have Al Horford. So you have two injury-prone big men. Three, if you want to add Rob Williams. It's like the Celtics, they won't win this division. And I'll tell you who will win this division. That team is the New York Knicks. The Knicks, their stars play when they're healthy. Jalen Brunson is a star. Julius Randle is an All-NBA player. Jalen Brunson might be an All-NBA performer this next season. So the Knicks, I like what they're doing. They built internally, built a nice roster, signed Julius Randle, signed Jalen Brunson. They signed their two best players within the last, 4 years in free agency. The Knicks, they have a nice roster with RJ Barrett, who still has potential. He still has potential. With Emmanuel Quickley, who's a 6th Man of the Year candidate. With Mitchell Robinson. With Quentin Grimes. Just traded Obi Toppin. But the Knicks, they have a nice roster that I can get with, and I think they will be a very good, formidable regular season team. I can see them being a top 3, top 4 seed this season, and I'm actually excited to watch some Knicks basketball this year. The Toronto Raptors, I think I made a video about 5 teams that need to blow it up, and the Toronto Raptors were on that list. Pascal Siakam needs to go. Fred VanVleet already left in free agency and got his bag, so that opened the door for guys like OG and Pascal to leave in trade or via free agency whenever their time is up, because I think Pascal is free agent this next season or within 2 seasons, one of those. But I think they should blow it up. Should they build around Scotty Barnes? I'm not sure if he's the guy that you would build around, because I'm not the biggest Scotty guy. But the Toronto Raptors, they have young pieces, and even then OG's still pretty young, so you can still add him to keep him in the young core. But Pascal gotta go, bro. He's not gonna be the best player on the championship team unless they get Kawhi back, which is never gonna happen again. The Raptors are in a terrible spot. They're in no man's land, and they've been stuck in no man's land for as long as Kawhi's been gone. And then the Brooklyn Nets, last but not least. The Brooklyn Nets won't finish last in this division. It'll be the Toronto Raptors, but they'll be second to last. They're not better than these top 3 teams. They may be better than Philadelphia. The Nets might surprise some people, but I don't know. Mikal Bridges, I'm a big fan of. Cam Johnson, a big fan of. Those two are some of my favorite players in the league to watch because they play basketball the right way. They're very good 3-and-D players, high-level 3-and-D players. Mikal Bridges is an emerging star. Cam Johnson could be an emerging star. The Brooklyn Nets have a roster that if you had a superstar that is disgruntled, you drop him right onto there without moving nobody. You got one of the best teams in basketball. And I think Dinwiddie is their starting point guard right now. If they could have landed Damian Lillard without moving too many pieces, man, you got to do that if you're the Brooklyn Nets. But obviously the Blazers are going to want Cam Johnson and or Mikal Bridges. So why would you do that? But the Nets are going to be a very formidable team to watch this year. They may be in the play-in game. They may not be. But I think they'll definitely be better than the Raptors. They could be better than Philadelphia and Boston. I don't think they'll be better than the Knicks. But that's just me. That's my opinion. That's my predictions. And I'm not going to keep you guys here too long. Y'all know what I think about these teams. But I'm Trimmy. I'm out.